April Mahoney lady gave me this wonderful mug.
Your cup is very fancy. Your mug is very fancy, I must
I
say.
give her, she gets automatic sponsor shout out every time I use this cup. April Mahoney
Ah,
on the Edge with April, and I won the podcast of the year, the Edgy Award for the
ah,
show. And she sent me a cup. I was like, "Did you know?"
congratulations. That's dope, April. I like the mug.
All right, hey everybody, what's going on? Troy Rawlings here. Welcome to another exciting episode of Meet the. And today we meet the stylist, fashionista, gorgeous, tenderoni, um, innovator, influencer, so many things. But you've never probably heard her in an interview because I know I haven't. That's why I wanted to interview her. Make some noise, give it up wherever you are. Get up off your feet, on your feet, or whatever. Goo Goo
Okay.
Atkins.
Yeah, thank you. I hear it. Thank you. I feel the
Yeah.
love. Thank you.
How are you, Goo Goo?
I'm good. I'm
And I
good. Really
love
good.
to
Thank
get a
you.
chance to interview people that are actually in Los Angeles because I know what time zone we're on. Sometimes people are overseas and East Coast. I'm from Baltimore, so I don't mind. So I'm always on a
Mm,
time clock. But
yeah.
we're all right. For those that don't know Goo Atkins, I'm gonna start from the beginning. I'm gonna go way back, not too far back. You're still a young buck, even though you did know
Yeah.
about different world. You see her.
I did.
No, my family loves
I'm
me.
a little bitty girl, but
So where are you from?
I'm from here. I'm born and raised in Inglewood, California.
Inglewood. Up
Yeah,
and but good.
one of the few people in LA that's from LA.
You and Tyra Banks.
And Tyra Banks. That's about it. That's all we got.
And well, not just you and Tyra Banks. Let me go back.
I know what you mean.
How many
All
people
sorts.
are in the Atkins family? How many brothers and sisters?
9 siblings. 9.
Okay.
Yep.
So your parent and the same and for those that, in certain communities may not understand why I'm saying this question.
Uh-huh.
Same parents.
Yes.
Nine. All nine.
Yes.
Talking. That's what I'm talking about. It was like, well, we can go to the movies or
Yeah, we all Atkins.
hey. So how did you get involved with when did you realize that you liked fashion? I guess all little girls like fashion and some they play with dolls, they do whatever. But when did you
um,
like because every time I hear Google I think dolls. So
I think people think that I'm a little more intentional than I am. Um, I just started being fashionable, and I wasn't not intentionally. I was being fashionable because I'd like to wear certain things, and then I was singing background and kind of in the industry that way, and people would always ask who I was. I'm forward, like personality, assertive personality. So I think between the two, they would always think that I was somebody like, oh, she looks really polished. She's someone's manager. And then when I was singing background, people would always admire my personal style, and it was like the artists sometimes would be like, you want to go to the mall with me, you want to hang out at the mall, the singers, the dancers, all they would want to hang out at the
it's
mall,
about to
and
be
then it
slick with it.
turned into,
What's all?
yeah, let's hang out, what do you think about this? And then when budgets change in this industry, can I slide you a few $100s to pick me out something to wear? It kind of went that way. But I grew up as a plus size child. Much of what I am right now, I've been this way since I was like 10 or 11, which at the time was extremely uncomfortable for me being that way as a child because people looked at me and saw an adult body, but I was very much a little musty little kid. And so I always, I was like, you don't want this.
Musty.
Yeah, running outside. I
Give
was a
your young
kid,
daughters
kid.
some deodorant, y'all. They
Yes,
remember Tussie? No, sorry.
yeah, soap and water and deodorant. So yeah, so being a plus size child in a family where it wasn't no plus size people, I kind of had to get creative. I'm from a very creative family. My mom is extremely creative, and so I just kind of had to get creative with the things that I wore. And I really think that that's where it came from, the desire to want to look good, but there were not a lot of options. So I kind of had to think and wear mom's clothes, but put a twist on it and kind of mess up mama clothes. Sometimes trying to do stuff to it that I didn't really know how to do. But I think honestly, I think that's where it came from.
Yeah, make what we call it makeshift. We call it make do. You
Yeah,
got
yep.
nine. Where are you in the nine? How are
I'm
you?
my,
Middle child,
I'm my
youngest?
parents' seventh child. I'm at the bottom. I'm one of the babies.
So you had to add. You could add flavor to whatever they give you. Oh, you're gonna give me. I like the dress, but let me do my thing to
Yep.
it. Let me.
But
Did you Google it?
exactly. But the thing is this, I ain't from a plus size family. After me, my baby sister Shantae, she's plus size as well. So I couldn't get hand-me-downs from my sisters because they were small. I got hand-me-downs from my mother. So I had old ladies clothes.
Oh,
That's how I had to do it.
and
Yeah.
your mother was they were a church fan. Are your parents? Your parents not pastors? Are they pastors?
No, they were though. They were youth pastors, and my mom's an evangelist, and my dad's deceased. He passed in 2013. But yeah, they were pastors, not the senior pastor, but they were lead in
So the
leadership in the
clothing
church
was
and in
kind of
ministry.
conservative. Like okay,
Kind of conservative. My older siblings couldn't even wear pants.
oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so they were super conservative. So when we got to wear pants and go to the prom, it was like, oh, they done lost their way. They worldly. They sinners now. So I'm grateful that I came up in the sinful era because I got to go to the prom and wear pants.
Right. You came up with that.
Mhm.
You by the time child seven came along, you was like, you
They
know
was
what?
tired. They
She's
was
gonna be
yeah.
good though. I think she's gonna be good.
We ain't finna fight
Not
this
ain't
for
gonna
the
be
seventh
satin though.
time.
Right, right.
Yeah.
All right, so you had a love for singing. Was it because the family was a musical family? Everybody just you were doing the singing, you were doing the artistry.
Definitely didn't have a love for singing. I
Oh,
could sing. Yeah, I could sing. And I'm grateful that in that area my sisters really did, in a lot of areas my sisters really did give me a chance, because even as a stylist, I hadn't proven myself as a stylist really before they hired me. Nobody after styling one person can go and be a stylist for a major label artist like that. So it was the same thing with singing. I didn't want to sing. I was actually shy to sing. I didn't start singing solos until after I had sang in the Ricky Minor band. I had sang with Kanye West before the choir thing. I had sang with Patti LaBelle and Most Def. Did some stuff with Common. Did some, a whole lot of Christina Aguilera. So I did a lot of different singing gigs because I could sing, not because I wanted to be a singer. And so that's why I left it, because I was like, I'm building a heck of a resume here, but for what? Because I don't want to be no singer. I don't like the
mm.
studio. I don't know all the songs that's out. Like that ain't. It's nice, and it's a cool job, but it wasn't a dream job. So it was something that I could do, and because my sisters were in that industry and my brothers were producers, I was able to, go in through that way. And you better bring it when you get in there. But I ain't never want to be no singer. Me and my sisters, Mary, it was Erica and Tina, Lisa, and me. We were all singing together. I forget which one was the fifth one. Was it Lena? I don't think so. But anyway, we were all singing together at first, and we was like, I don't want that. I don't want to do that. That's way more commitment than we wanted.
Now I love that you said that because my whole premise in the show is letting people meet people that may be influencers like yourself
Hmm.
or people they don't know about. But you said something very key. I was talking to a young lady, a friend of mine in San Diego this morning, had an
Hmm.
accident. She was working in one field, but when we talked, and we talked, prayed with her, I was talking to her, and I was like, look, write down the three things that you want to do. And a lot of times, if you ever ask somebody, and I ask people all the time as a part of my life, my calling, whatever, what do you want to do? Almost 9 times out of 10, most people are not doing what they want to do.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
can do. You
Hmm.
can't. You got a fashion flair. You have a voice. Most people that love to sing
Hmm.
ain't got a voice.
Yeah.
They got, but you can sing, and you've had exposure, like you said. Your sisters, Mary, they're recording artists. You worked with different recording artists. So now at this day and time, we're going to come full circle. Google has attention. You're a beautiful woman. You're doing your thing in the fashion area. You're in a time that, like you said, I came from a bunch of thick sisters. I don't. I see a
Hmm.
sister that that's too thin. I'm like, I got to California. I was like, what's wrong with these girls? And then all of a sudden,
Hmm.
it's fashionable to be you. I'm sure some women
Hmm.
came up whispering in your ear. So what doctor do you go to? Doctor.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
came with
Yeah.
this. No.
Man, luckily I have other sisters as references, but I get asked that a lot. Like, where'd you get your butt done? They said that I had weight loss surgery, and I was like, no, I just got thick arms. They're a little saggy because they just a little chubby. I ain't had no weight loss surgery. I ain't been cut on. I ain't did none of that stuff.
He said, no, just a little
If you
saggy.
look at my mama and you look at my sisters, we kind of all got the same situation. But even some people with that, they want to believe what they want to believe. I guess black women just got figures when, maybe when the Kardashians did it, we were calling for them like other people are. I don't know, but I said what I said. This is my
Now
opinion,
it's
mine,
popular.
and
Now it's
yeah,
like you said,
yeah,
plus side, use big bone or the thick girl over there, or
yeah.
so it's so Google now, today, this day and age. What is your voice? What is your passion?
Um, I'm just okay. So it's kind of okay. How do I say this? So, you always hear people talk about. Well, you asked me what my passion was. My passion is actually um, pursuing what God has for me to pursue. And sometimes I think we move in spaces like I spoke on earlier. I can do that, so I do that. You know what I'm saying? And I've always felt like wherever you go, you take God into that space. Whatever it is that you're doing, you take God into that space. And for me, if I can't take God into that space, then I'm not going to go there. That doesn't mean I have to go there preaching, but if it's illegal, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
God ain't gonna collaborate with no illegal activity. So when you decide to collaborate, that He's not gonna be a part of it. So whatever I do, take God into those spaces, and even if I don't say it, take it with my words, because most of the times we can't, do that. But last year, God gave me, He gave me like a bird's eye view. Like I was kind of looking and I was just kind of saying, okay, I want this job. I want to make this amount of money. I want to whatever. And God has showed me like He had to kind of remove a lot of stuff. And I was able to see and hear Him say, my plans for you are much bigger than what you're you're pursuing right now. You're looking for a gig, and I want to put you in a space to be able to create gigs. I need to
Mm,
I need to bless you in a way so that people know that when people walk up and walk according to the will of God, this is how they get blessed. These are the positions that are there. So He had to get me to really understand walking into my inheritance, which is to be the head and to not be the tail. So, not necessarily go to somebody for a gig, but become that um, entity that creates opportunities. And so I was like, me? And like God was like, oh, you gonna do this because last year He literally that understanding, and I wouldn't have heard it if I had got the gig that I kind of wanted, because I started getting passed up for stuff, and I'm like, nah, you know what I mean? Like, this is mine. Like, I had to get my attention, and if I hadn't have gone through that, had got the gig that I wanted, I never would have saw this broader view that God was trying to show me and bring me into. And so I'm passionate about walking in that now.
I wanted to bracket that, pinpoint that, something very key. Somebody needs to hear this right now. And the fact that you said, just in a nutshell, we can get into the things that we can do, and we wonder why. I see it all the time. We're not satisfied. We're easily depressed. We're easily set off. We're going to vices and things that can, we jump into a relationship. We think that's going to fill a space, and we're not looking at the fact that we're not doing the thing
Mm-hmm.
that we're called.
Yeah.
Some people are
To
like, well, I
do.
don't,
Yeah.
may not have a relationship with
Yeah.
God like that. I know what you're talking about in the spiritual
Mm-hmm.
sense, but just in a natural sense, I'll give it to you like this. If it doesn't, what you do should bring some kind of calm, peace, and satisfaction that you've achieved something that affects something else. And
Absolutely.
I say passion. A lot of times we throw the word passion around, but most people don't realize the word passion means to suffer. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times you tell somebody, well, what's your passion? And it's really this thing that you're willing to go through and cultivate and do and all this stuff. You took the things, the flow. You seem like you love people. You took all that, the fashion, everything,
Mm-hmm.
and you created something with Glam Suites. You
Mm-hmm.
said create opportunities for other people. That's a big
Mm-hmm.
deal when you start going from I'm a stylist making good money to how about I open up an expo where I
Mm-hmm.
can show other people and give them. Tell us a little bit about
Right.
Suites and what you're doing with that in Vegas, coming up in
Okay,
Vegas.
so all right, so I have a Glam Suite coming up. The first one this year is in Las Vegas. We're doing 5 this year. But so basically it is, we use the Essence Festival blueprint, honestly. And so it's just like what's going on at the Dome is music and all that kind of stuff, and that's great. But then what's going on at the convention center is giveaways and fashion and your favorite beauty bloggers and your favorite brands, and mixed in with some singers and some performers and some appearances and different stages and different activations. And so I'm wanting to create that sort of feel, that sort of I want to recreate that at other events that don't have that part of it, so that when you go to the Stellar Music Awards, you go to the Stellar Music Awards, but what do we do during the day? What do the Stellar are on March the 27th, which is a Friday. So what do we do Thursday? What do we do? And so Stellars actually has a lot of stuff going on, different comedy shows, and and stuff like that. But what I'm doing is bringing in the fashion element, and or what I'm working on collaborating with them with is bringing in the fashion element. So now it's a shopping experience, and it's the glam that we used to just provide it for, because for branding purposes we will provide services for the presenters and the performers. But people are like, shoot, we want to pay for the service and get it. I'm opening it up to everybody. So that's why I'm doing it at the host hotel this year, and everybody can come and get the services done. So you can get what the celebrities are getting.
And if you're watching this at a later date, hopefully you're watching this at an earlier date, but if you're watching it at a later date, the Stellar Awards this year was March 27th, 2020. But
Yes.
this is
Goose
something
Glam
that you're
Suite Tour. So we'll be going to other events this year. They're not secured yet, but we're having conversations. But we'll be at other events this year. We're looking at, the Kentucky Derby. We're looking at, of course, Essence. We're looking at, some of the homecomings and stuff like that, and just taking that shopping and glam and
so so
experience to
people can
different events.
so producers can get in touch with you and have the Glam Suites come to their event as a part of their expo,
Absolutely.
their conference
Yes,
weekend, their
yes, and brands that would like to partner with us, who would like to partner with us in order to be a part of what it is that we're doing, providing these services. A lot of people know me in the circles, like a lot of the celebrities and stuff know what it is, that I do, because they hired me and they've used me to provide these services. Even if I didn't do it personally, they called me and I called someone from my team. I need a nail tech in Hawaii. I need a barber in Idaho. You know what I mean? So I have connections a lot of different places, and so people know me for that. But I think the masses may not know that that's what I do and that's what I provide. And also, they may think that it's only for the celebrities, which maybe it was, but we're expanding now because people are like, shoot, we want to get judged up too, by the professionals. So we're opening it up
right
that way, and then just making it an experience.
now. And have you? And before we get out of here, like I said, it I could talk to you for hours, and we'll talk more. But are you I lost the train of thought.
Mhm.
You want to glance with special events. Are you doing anything online where master classes and consulting online and Skype consulting? Can people, a young person who wants to be a stylist or somebody in the industry that wants some tips, can they pay you an hourly rate and get on Skype with you and get some?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do offer that. I haven't been pushing it as much, but I do offer that. Like some people are like, "Goo, I want to pick your brain." You have a lot of people that just they're not aware of how much time I don't have or how many other people are hitting me up with the same thing. So I have a lot of people that saying, that say, they want me to mentor them or show them the ropes or share some nuggets or whatever. So I do charge. There's a fee where if people want to sit down and have an interview with me, I have that service available. I've done a couple of master classes, but that's not really my thing. It's a lot of people that are out that are doing that right now. So I'm like, let me,
Just
people
one-on-ones,
more so want
flavor.
to know what to wear and how to dress. And like artists and stuff like that, they're the ones who would take advantage of these Skype sessions and stuff like that, because I'll kind of educate them, because maybe they're not able to afford my services as a stylist. Because, once you break it down, it's like, because sometimes people, I get their clothes for them, and they turn around and they say, oh, okay. They think that that means that they hired me for the day. And I'm like, oh, no, you hired me to buy your clothes. Now, if you want me there on set, so a lot of times, it can get a little
Let
expensive
me
when,
let me break this down to you.
yeah, when the big
So
machine
for the
isn't
day,
paying for it. Yeah, you ain't got a label paying for it or a network paying for it. It's like, oh, this is just Keisha money. This ain't so and so network. So yeah, a lot of people take advantage of that. Um, and a lot of times, even when with the expos that we're doing, we always incorporate a little bit of Q&A, and so I kind of touch it on that. But mostly, if they want me, just book me for a Skype session, and
I love
you got 30 minutes to pick my brain for everything, that you would think, everything you would need, all the questions you have me for 30 minutes, or however long you want the session to be.
I love it. I'm so happy that you took a minute because I know you're busy. Like you said, you other interviews going on around her right now, and she is. She, I was like, so let's do it in the morning. She was like, hold up, baby, the morning. But she looks.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll get in touch with you, Goo.
um um oh God, info at info at googooatkins.com is an email. Bindal LLC at Gmail is an email. Marquise Jokes at iCloud is an email. So those are email addresses. You guys can contact my team. With inquiries, or you can follow me on social media. My name is the Googoo, two E's, two O's, TheEeGoogoo. I have to say that because when I say the, people be like, okay, the Goo. I'm like, no, it's two E's, y'all. So the Googoo, all across the board, you'll find me.
Thank you so much.
You're
Love it.
welcome. Thank you.
Bigger and better things, and you continue to. I'm always in a, being a comedian, entertainer. You find somebody that you love watching. I love it. I love seeing anything you talk
Thank
about.
you.
So yes, follow Goo Goo Atkins
Yes.
on IG. You'll see this below, all the information below, website information. If you're a stylist, look for more information, especially if you're a stylist vendor and you want to get involved with the Glam Suites. Check out Google. Go follow and
Yes.
find to be a part of it. Thank you,
And if
Google.
you want to be a sponsor and give us some money, definitely you want to reach out. I'll give you my personal cell phone number if you want to give me that. I'm just kidding.
You want sponsors? We want you
Yeah,
to
but I do want sponsorship. Yeah.
yeah, the sponsors. You need to get in touch with Google immediately because remember, she started this because she's dealing with celebrities on a regular basis. So if you really want to get your product in the hand of celebrities, and you're not scared to be a sponsor because sometimes sponsors get scared.
Yeah.
The direct connect. She's
Yeah.
worth the bang. She's the bang for your buck. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
all right, we'll talk to you in a minute, Google.
Okay.
All right, thank you for
Bye. Okay, you're welcome.